That is the Blu-ray, DVD, and game area. Look at that. A lot of stuff over there now. It's been growing. Of course, Blu-rays, DVDs. Here's my... Give you an idea of the room I sit in. Pretty good sized television. It's right in front of me. Some treasured DC collectibles there. Yeah. And that brings us to what I'm going to do here. So let me move ahead. Hey guys, here we are. And I've got a couple things in the mail today. One is the Duke. 2-player abstract game. Recommended by the Dice Tower and also Mensa. Smart to play Mensa, huh? So this may be a struggle for me. Let's see. Rule book. Pretty basic. But it has like enhanced things. It's plays sort of like chess. A little bit like chess. But the interesting thing is the pieces all have their movements right on them. So you have to remember how they move. And there's quite a few different types of movements you can do. You can do something called dread, and it explains what all this stuff is on the card here. These are thick cardboard pieces. Talk about the terrains that you can put into the game. Yes. There's a dragon tile. Yep. So it talks about the enhanced abilities again, and then this talks about all the different movements types. But I think once you kind of get them down, which probably won't take long, it won't be difficult to figure it out. Like here's one. Here's the knight. And there's each one of these tiles has 2 sides. So here's the knight. Pardon me. One is the piece itself is here in the center. And these are represented about where he can apparently go. And I don't know exactly what all this means, but I know that one side has him black on a white background, and then when you flip it, he is white on a black background here, and his movement is different. The way this works is, from my understanding, and I don't know which side you start on. Let's say you start with this one facing up. You move him according to what this shows, and after you've moved, you flip it, and now he's going to move differently. Almost like it's in a retreat pattern here, although this shows an arrow going up. Let's see if I can interpret this one. Move is, you can see he can move in that direction. So apparently he can move diagonally. And on this side, he can jump to here. So it's almost like a jump. This one's easier for me to comprehend. Here's the wizard. He can jump to any of those spaces. Both the light side and the dark side have the same, or the reddish. You can move any one square like that when he's in that mode. So very cool little pieces. I like the fact that they're wooden. They, they fit onto a board, which I'll show you now. There's the board. 6x6 grid. I believe the Duke, it takes one of these 2 positions to start, and I think you start somebody on either side of him, perhaps, or on one side of him. Not sure. But as the game progresses, you can move the pieces, or you can reach into your bag, and both sides have a bag in here. And these wooden pieces that I've showed you, like this one, are all in the bag. So then you reach in the bag and pick out a tile, and whatever you pick out, like, for instance, the assassin, you get the assassin, who can apparently do some things. Each one's a little different. Each piece a little different. I'm intrigued by it. I think it sounds like a really good game. So I'm really looking forward to playing this one. The idea being that you can reach in the bag to put another guy up, but he has to go next to your Duke. And whoever makes it so the other player's Duke cannot move wins. At least that's in the basic game. Then there's another game you play beyond that, which is more advanced and has other rules that you play by. So I'm looking forward to that too. Looking forward to that as well. Looks like a fun game. 2-player game. I don't have a lot of 2-player games. I have a few. And I end up playing sometimes a lot of games too. So I think this will be fun. I'll add this to my Santorini, which is my other latest 2-player game. That looks like a lot of fun. I've played it a couple times now. Actually 3 times. It was fun each time. So that's the Duke. That arrived today. About $20. Roughly. And what else came today? I have to show you both the expansion and then the original. The expansion came today, and that is Nations Dynasties. Yeah, Nations Dynasties. And the box for this looks just like the big box. Big box. It is Nations. I played this 4 times now or 5 times now. I just got it. Really like it. One of my boys does not. So be advised, be warned. I don't know what the word is. He thought it was boring. It's a worker placement game at its heart with some card drafting. No, not drafting. With some card play. Similar to Through the Ages. I told him he'd hate Through the Ages then, because Through the Ages is supposed to be this game intensified. Or as Rado said on one of his run-throughs, Nations is Through the Ages kind of a little purer, a little smoother, a little more elegant, I think is what he said. I think he said elegant is the word. And I haven't played Through the Ages, but I've played Nations with some people who played Through the Ages, and they agree with that assessment. It plays a little bit smoother than Through the Ages does, but I think both are worthy. This one comes with 6 2-sided player boards, which introduce Dynasties. Then you've got some 34 Dynasty cards, which include not just the Dynasties for all of these, but also for the base set, the B side to the base set. 6 Turmoil cards and 43 Progress cards, including some natural wonders that are in here, and a new set of rules. Pretty basic, but do add a little bit of a twist to the game. So that's good. So let me show you the bigger box of this, just to give you an idea. Oh, this is a bigger box and a heavier box. Here's the bigger box of Nations. Everything fits in here, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to worry about the expansion not fitting. It fits with plenty of room to spare. If they have another expansion, that'll probably fit too. If you haven't seen this game before, you are not drafting. You are choosing cards from a tableau. Some cost 3 gold at the top layer, then 2, then 1. If the 1s don't get bought by the players in that round, then those go away, the 2s come down, and so on, and you fill back up again. A lot of fun. Up to 5 players can play. I played it with 2. There's a solo complement with this, which I haven't played yet. I'm going to say the game takes, it says 40 minutes a player. I'm going to say it's about right. 2 players would take about an hour and a half to play, roughly, maybe 2 hours. I don't think 3 is probably around the same, around 2 hours. Yeah, I haven't played it with any more than 3. But it's a lot of fun. You've got the player board. The player board's here, where you put your meeples, basically move your meeples to different things. These are spots. They come with standard card already on it, imprinted onto the board, but you can buy the cards from this area. They replace these cards here, or maybe add into these spots, or so on. Everything does something different. Ultimately, you're trying to get victory points, and a lot of that's tracked here. Well, some of it's tracked here. Victory points themselves are represented by little pieces that look like, I don't see any on here. But you gather them up as you go along. They look like that. Yeah. And you get some of these as you go along, and at the end of the game, depending on how you score here and here, you get more. And the idea is to build your culture, build your nation, so that you are better than the other nations in the game. And I think it's cool. The artwork's kind of simple. You can see this is the kind of artwork. It's not real flashy, not real bright, but it suits the game. It suits the game well, I think. So anyway, that's the Nations Dynasty expansion and the Duke. Both arrived today. Big fans of big fan of Nations. I think the Duke will be great. I'll put on my Mensa cap and see how I can do with the Duke. And that's it. So that's what arrived today. I do have a couple things arriving next week, including an insert for a game. It's the second insert I bought. The first one was the Cosmic Encounter insert, which I would recommend. It's foam. Look for my video on that if you have Cosmic Encounter and interested in a way to keep that all nice. And the one I got recently, well, I won't tell you what the one I got recently. But it's a big game, and it's another space type game, so I think it's needing something, and I think this will be the answer. And I think the price is right. So look for that, along with another game that's coming. Actually, it's an expansion to a game, and another fairly inexpensive expansion, and then look for two big games coming my way. One was probably one of the hardest games to get in 2016, toward the end of the year. That should be arriving in March, as well as a big game that has got Kickstarter excitement, more excitement on Kickstarter than anything since, I don't know, maybe since Mechs vs. Minions, or or Monster Death Kingdom, something like that. Looking forward to it, to those arrivals. I won't say any more about those, but I'm really looking forward to both of those. Should be interesting. And that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, do the like thing, or subscribe if you haven't. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I'm hoping to get a lot more. I've got my Dean of DVD channel, also on YouTube. That one's got 1,500 or something like it. And I focus mainly on the Criterion collection that I have, as well as, special box sets and things that I own. But certainly, definitely check out the Dean of D channel. But really, I'm hoping that this channel, the subscribers start to increase, because I do love the board games. I'd like to be able to show, plain board games, or maybe a solo version of board games, similar to what Rado does. I'd like to be able to do something like that. I would do it differently, but along those lines. So I look forward to your support, and hopefully you will do that. And I'll continue to make videos, and hopefully you'll like them. All right, guys, take care.